Hey, what's going on? This is Mario, and I was wondering, has this ever happened to any of you guys? You're on your way out with your wife or your girlfriend, and she gives you that weird look, and she says to you, "Is that what you're wearing?" Which obviously means she's not happy with your wardrobe choice. Well, fellas, you don't have to worry about that anymore. I have a brilliant and simple solution to that. Threadbeast. If you click on the link in the description below, go to the website, you get to pick your fashion, you get to pick your style, get to pick your size, and you even get to pick from some of the stores that you like to shop at. And then a couple weeks later, you receive a box full of goodies, giving yourself an instant wardrobe makeover. Now, if that sounds sweet to you, then I got something that's going to sound even sweeter. If you click on the link in the description below, you go to the website and you sign up for the Essentials or the Premium package, you will receive a $50 bonus in items on your first box. Yes, I said you will receive an additional $50 in bonus items on your first box. Now, with that being said, you won't ever have to hear, "Is that what you're wearing?" again. And come on, let's face it, fellas, some of us, we really do need a makeover. So now, click on the link in the description below, sign up for the Essentials or the Premium package, and you will receive an additional $50 in bonus items. And if you can't click on the link below, go to therandomselect.com for more details. Remember, Threadbeast.
Welcome to Random Select. Please enjoy.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mario, and I would like to welcome you into another episode of the Random Select Podcast, the podcast that's all about thought-provoking talk. And in today's episode, I was kind of wanting to address some things that I've been thinking about lately. I've been thinking about how women love different from us, think different from us, and just overall emotionally are built different from us. And somewhere along the way, I just want to apologize and say from men that we're sorry. Somewhere along the way, we forgot about you guys' pain. We forgot about you guys' hardships and forgot about you guys' struggle. And I just want to talk a little bit about how a lot of things women didn't ask for, but they still give us all of them, give us every little piece, every little part of them. But sometimes we take it for granted. And sometimes we don't understand or realize just how much of a sacrifice that the woman in your life is making for you, has made for you, and will make for you. That includes your mom, your sister, your lover. I mean, just any particular woman, we don't realize just how much they go through. And I also just want to say it from the standpoint, I know some of you single women out there, I know that you didn't ask to be baby mamas. I know that when you started off in that relationship with that guy, you thought that it was going to last. You thought it was a reason that he deserved your love. You thought it was something there that made you feel, hey, I want to start something with this person. I feel that this person can have some type of impact in my life as well as I can have an impact in their life. But for whatever reason, it didn't work. I know no woman out there starts off saying that my goal, my aim is just to be a baby's mother, be somebody's baby mama. I know that's not your aim, but somewhere along the way, things go wrong. And somewhere along the way, because we allow certain things to happen because we don't do right. We allow the woman to become bitter. We allow things to fester. We allow things to just take on a form that they shouldn't take on because we, as the man, didn't do what we supposed to do. Now, ultimately, as the woman, you gotta kind of not let the bitterness take over you. But at the same time, we do, as men, have to admit our role into creating some of this bitterness in the women. And not everything is all our fault, but a great majority of it is. And the reason you got some women the way they are these days is because we have contributed to it. We have pushed them and did them so wrong and treated them so bad that they're forced to adapt and change. And now they're becoming like us. And now we can't deal with it. We can't stand it because we have forced them to adapt and evolution. We've forced them to evolve. But getting back to what I was saying about the baby mama. No woman starts off with her mission being to be a baby mom. She wanted to be in a relationship with the person that she felt that she wanted to lay down and have sex with and sleep with. But for one reason or another, it just didn't go that way. So we got to get to the point where, as men, we got to understand that, hey, look, come to the woman and be straight up honest with her and say, hey, I don't think whatever's going on between me and you is working out, but I promise you, above all else, I will be there for my kid. I will be there for my seed. I will be there for my child. You don't ever have to worry about it from that aspect. And now you're going to have that certain percentage of women that's going to put you on child support and try to be negative and do things no matter what, no matter how you come at them. But from my personal experience in life, if you have a good woman and she's good and hard and good by nature and kind, if you do the right thing by her, 9 times out of 10, she will not put you on child support. She will give you the opportunity to do what you're supposed to do. And like I said, a good woman will give you that opportunity, but most of us guys, we just screw it up right from the jump. Most of us guys just not going to do right. And we know in our hearts and in our minds, we never had no good intentions to do right by her. And then when a child come along, we get even worse. That's when you're supposed to step your game up and get a little bit better. But for some reason, us guys, we drop the ball on that. We get worse because you're not doing what you're supposed to do, and because maybe somewhere along the way inside the relationship you filled her head with a lot of pipe dreams, and she really with her whole heart bought into it, hook, line, and sinker, that you guys was going to be together because you was making it sound so beautiful. You know, it was like a canvas, and you just painted the perfect picture to her, painted the perfect picture for her, and that's all she could see. And you let her get so caught up into that. And then when it goes awry because you did something wrong, you did something crazy, you can't understand why she's flipping on you. You can't understand why she's going all outside the lines, because you gave her this American dream, this picture perfect ideal of how things were going to be. And then you just pulled the rug off and under her. And you expect for her to just take it like a champ. Take it like everything is okay, like it didn't matter, like you didn't say those things, like you did make those promises to her. How is she supposed to act? I mean, if you reverse the situation and put it around, that's the type of stuff that men have killed over. We have killed for less, to be honest with you. But we expect a woman to just take these shot after shot after shot after shot and just keep on ticking, keep on going, keep on just keeping on, because that's what we have come to expect. We have seen the inner strength of a woman, and we have seen how resilient and forceful and just, you know, vibrant and enduring it can be. So now we've taken it for granted. We feel that we can kick it, push it, pull it, slap it, punch it, and it'll keep on going, keep on moving. We feel that we can degrade it, talk about it, treat it bad, put it in the worst, harsh conditions, and it'll keep on going. We feel that emotionally we can break it and it'll fix itself. We feel that physically we can break it and it'll fix itself. A woman is beautiful, but how long can she just endure before she has to start thinking about her? Before she has to start thinking about the kids? A woman will give you, you know, everything she's got. She will give you a leg, her 2 eyes, everything, because she loves you. She's self-giving. And they can't even get the man to give a damn when they giving everything. So I apologize from the men and to the women and said that we forgot about your pain. We forgot about your hurt. Somewhere along the way, we forgot about you guys, because we've expected you to be so strong for so long that we tend to forget it takes a lot to be strong. It's easy to be, you know, cowardly. It's easy to lack courage, but we forgot the inner strength that God has given you women. And I've said this quite a few times in my private life and on the podcast. A woman just internally, from an emotional standpoint, is stronger than a man could and will ever be. Because a lot of us men walk around portraying strength, acting like we're strong, acting like we're in control and tough and got it together, when we do not. If you peel back those first couple layers, you'll realize that a lot of us are scared most of the time. A lot of us are, got complexes, insecurities. A lot of us, are intellectually behind where we need to be because we never took the time to learn anything, because we always felt we was comfortable in our knowledge, too comfortable, in fact, in order to learn some more. So if you peel back the layer of a man, you'll realize that we are so far behind you guys, and we try to mask it, and we try to flex, and we try to cover it up to make it seem like we got our shit together, when that's far from where we're really at. And once again, I apologize and tell you that as a man, we forgot about you guys' pain. We forgot about your pain. And along the lines of the woman being the baby mama, that she put in so much hard work, so much time in getting you to a point. You know, you drug her through the mud. You drug her name, her. You know, by the time you were done with her, by the time she was done with you, you had reduced her to nothing. You know, you had taken away from her moral compass. You taken away from her self-esteem. You reduced her to the point where anybody that came along that showed her any type of attention, any type of anything, would come in and would be in her life when that ain't necessarily what she need. And by the time you feel you're done with her, she's taught you how to be a man. You can't apply it to her because the damage has been done. But you go out after being an ass, a prick, cheating, taking her through all type of stuff, and then you go to that next woman, and then you step into her life, and then now all of a sudden you want to be a man. And she got to look at this from afar. And then when you go pick up the kids, or when you got to interact with her, you can't understand why she's still mad and she's still bitter. She's put in that goddamn time to turn you into what you need to be, to make you into a man, and you take it and you go use it for the next woman instead of coming to her and saying, hey, baby, I'm sorry. I resolved some things. Let me try to make this work. Let me try to fix it. Let me try to build back what I've tore down. Let me try to help take away this scar tissue. Let me try to fix what needs to be fixed in your life instead of you taking it over to the next person. But you can't understand with your ignorant ass why she's still bitter, why she's still mad, because she got to sit here and watch all her sweat, her blood, and her tears get used in the next situation, get used on the next woman. And every time she got to see that woman when she dropping off the kids or picking up the kid, she see this woman with a smile on her face, looking all happy and feeling like you love her, when all she can think about is all the tears that you brought to her face, all the tears that you made her cry, all the hardship that you put her through. And you can't figure out why this woman is fucking bitter, because you're too comfortable in your own knowledge not to learn some more, not to learn what makes this woman tick, what makes her happy, because you were too concerned about yourself. And I say again, women, I apologize. We as men apologize because we forgot about your pain. So it's a lot of things that could contribute to why a woman is a certain way. But fellas, we got to understand, and we got to realize that it starts with us. We got to get to the point where we got to get back in these homes, get back to these kids, make sure that your son ain't running these streets, and understand that as a man, you get in your son's face and you make him understand that he is more than just representing himself out there in them streets. He's representing you, your family's name, your family. Get back into these girls' lives and show them that anybody shouldn't be able to come along and say anything to you and treat you better than her father would treat her. Her father should be the first example of how a man should love a woman. We got to get back in there and reclaim our families, reclaim to the women that even if I'm not with you, if me and you're not together, if me and you don't make anything come from me and you, I promise you, I will be there for you every step of the way with our kids. I promise you that you will never have to stress or worry about these kids alone. We might not be together, but I promise you we'll be together in one solid unit when it comes to taking care of these kids. Why can't we just provide that assurance to our women? Why can't we just do at the very minimum that assurance that we will be there to help you when it comes to taking care of these kids? Because a man can't teach a girl how to be a woman, and a woman can't teach a boy how to be a man. It takes two in conjunction to help bring it all together. And I don't have to necessarily be in the household to be an active part of my kids' lives. But a lot of men figure if they paying child support, they are doing what they supposed to do. Haven't seen these kids in forever, but want to talk to them and tell them what they should and shouldn't do over the telephone. You shouldn't be doing this and you shouldn't be doing that. And all the kid got to do is just endure this little 2 or 3 minutes of you lecturing them on the telephone, then go back to doing what they got to do because you're not actively in their lives. Come on, does that make any sense? How is that supposed to be? Once again, we as men apologize because we forgot about your pain. And I understand sometimes when you guys are watching these reality shows, you guys are looking at stuff and you seeing all these women going out and doing things, and they figured you figure that life is good for them. And for some of y'all can't do it because it's been a while since you had a break from the kids. You don't have the grandparents or his parents or some just to give you a weekend break from the kids. He don't come around. Plus you can't afford it because you're on income where it's only one person going in. You can't even do the basic because you're 24/7 with the kids, and or the money ain't there. And then when another man comes along in your life, you can't even really open up and enjoy that because your wall is so built up. Your guard is so up that even if he was coming at you correct, it just seems shady because you so used to dealing with so much bullshit that now you think everything that come your way is bullshit. And even if he tried to get past the first layer of the wall, he got to the second layer, you find excuses of why he shouldn't even be nowhere in your life. And then let's say you do get to the point where you decide you want to have sex with him or sleep with him. You can't even enjoy it because in your mind, you think all he doing is just on top of me. He humping me, but I know ain't nothing coming from this. So even when you try to go the physical route and tell yourself it's just sex, you can't even enjoy that because in your mind it's not just sex because there's so much mental stuff attached to it that you can't even enjoy. And then when the man do leave and do all the things that you thought he was going to do, it's not because that's what he wanted to do. You don't realize that you mentally sabotaged it or you forced him towards that route because this is all the stuff you thought he was going to do anyway, and you kept bringing it up. You kept finding reasons to push him away. So we don't realize the adverse effects it have of dealing with bad relationship after bad relationship after bad relationship. We don't realize that over time it messes us up, and that's on both sides of the coin, but I'm really talking about for the women. So once again, we apologize to you women because we forgot about your pain. We forgot how hard it really can be to be a woman, because right now everybody is so caught up on how hard it is to be a black man, and the women, they're making more money than us. They're going to school, so everything is right for them. They're okay. So let's just focus on the plight of the black man. I'm sorry, black man. There would not be a plight of the black man if it wasn't some woman that helped you get into this world. You know how many guys out there do not have access to or know their father. Father did not play an active role in helping bringing them up. And you got to sit down and close your eyes and try to channel in. How did that feel to you as a child coming up? How did it feel for your father not being there? I know how it felt to me. So now, with that being said, why would you turn around and do the same shit to a kid when you know how devastating it was to you, when you know how hard it was on your mom not having the father around to help out with you, maybe your brothers and your sisters? Do you saw the nights when your mom would cry alone in her room and no one else was there, but you try to pretend that you don't hear it? You saw the adverse effects it had, but yet and still you grew up and you turn around and do the same punk ass stuff. So I'm so sick and tired of hearing these guys saying that they pay their child support, but you don't see your kids. But you run around patting yourself on the back and pumping out your chest saying that, yeah, you're a good father, you take care of your kids. How in the hell that makes you a good father because you cutting out a check? That just make it where they was able to find you because you were not there. If you want to be a good father, go help your kid do some homework. Go help your kid learn how to catch. Go help your girl learn how to jump rope, play the violin. Help her do something other than provide a check and talk to her for 5 minutes on the phone over the holidays or something. Do more. And stop talking about this plight of the black man. The way we fix us is by us fixing us. The black man getting in, being more of a family unit, being more involved in your kid's life. How can we get it back on track when we can't even get fathers in the household, father to help take care of their kids? And I'm not saying that every father's like that, every black father's like that. No, we got some damn good fathers out here holding it down, taking care of their kids and doing what they're supposed to do. I'm just saying we need more. Preferably, we need all the fathers to do it. So stop giving these women a hard time saying that they're bitter, they're dysfunctional, and they ain't got it together. They always trying to make it hard. She got things going on. Something ain't right with her in the head. Oh, she don't want to let no brother in. Oh, what? She talking about this 90-day rule for sex. She talking about all of this and all of that. She have to have these rules in place just to keep dumbass people like you from trying to get in where you shouldn't be, because she know deep in her heart that you have no good intention. So why would she put herself through that? She have to have some type of parameters set up to keep herself from being hurt over and over and over again before she fucking losing and can't take it anymore, before she feel like, you know what, she done with this. She can't even take that position because she got other people, her kids, that are dependent on her. So she has to have this stuff in place before she lose it. She can't take a day off and just say, I don't feel like being a parent, because her kids are there. You could do that because your ass is not there helping taking care of the kids. So I'm saying, black men, get there. Get there. Be an important part in your kids' lives. I'm not saying you have to be the most perfect father in the world. You can learn as you go. I'm not a perfect father by no stretch of the imagination. But the one thing the kids can say that I was there. And sometimes just always being there is not great. You could be there, but, not play an active role and not do anything. I'm saying when you're there, actually make your kids feel good to know that you're there. Make your kids feel like when they come through that door, even if you're not living with the mom, they want to call you on the phone and tell you about their day. And you actually care and you actually want to sit down and listen about their day. On your days off, feel like, you know what, I'm going to get the kid. Let me go over some homework with them. Let me get on the phone. Hey, we got Skype. We got every technological advance where you can actually be a part of your kid's life today where there's no more excuses. And I just want to thank you guys for letting me have this moment, let me have this moment where I rant. And I just want to say one more time before I end this podcast and just tell the women that we're sorry. And I apologize for a lot of the fathers who are not there to you women, and just tell you that so much has been going on in this world that we've kind of put the black woman on the back burner. And I'm telling you, I'm sorry. We forgot about your pain. Y'all been so busy supporting us that we forgot that who's the person gonna support you? Who's the person gonna push you up? Now we so used to you guys making all the money, going to the all the schools, colleges, getting a good job, that we just assume that y'all are okay over there. She makes all the money, therefore she don't need love, attention, or a man. Hell, she makes money while y'all busy being our backbone. Who in the hell be the backbone for you guys, All right, guys, I'm going to leave it right there. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Random Select Podcast, the podcast that's all about thought-provoking talk. And you can find the Random Select Podcast everywhere where there's social media. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're even on YouTube. Anywhere that you find the podcast feed, you could find the Random Select Podcast. We're on iTunes, we're on Stitcher, we're on Blueberry, we're on Google Play, we're on TuneIn Radio. Like I said, anywhere that you could find podcasts, you could find the Random Select Podcast. Anywhere social media is at, you probably can find the Random Select Podcast. And I just want to tell you guys, if you like this podcast and some of the other podcasts that you've heard us do, please go to patreon.com/Random Select and become a patron and support the Random Select Podcast. By you becoming a patron, it allows us to keep bringing really quality content, and it also helps us to transition toward providing a live stream show, a live show where we're going to have people on. It's going to be coming on at a set time every time it airs, and it's going to be live, and we're going to have people can actually call in, and we're transitioning to a more professional type interaction with the fans. So if you like this content and you're excited about where this podcast can head, please go to patreon.com/Random Select and become a patron. I don't care if it's $1, $3, $5, $10, $20. Please support the show. With that being said, the Random Select is out, and we thank you.
You have been listening to Random Select. Thank you. Goodbye.